Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy, Flawless, back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. Running back endorsements for running backs 11 through 20, according to half point PPR on Fantasy Pros. We're just going to go straight down the list. Hey, I want to run something by you real quick. I'm still chuckling at my boy Joey T. And known as BD, they jumped in the comments on the running back 1 through 10 video. I was just moseying around the crib and stuff, and I just ended up, clicking on the comments right away. I see some views that was coming through, and I guess by the time they had watched it, both of them had jumped on there. It was like, jumped on Saquon. It was like, you should have gave him a red, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. That bastard never be on my team anymore. Kind of co-signing each other stuff, and be honest with you, they're right. They're right. And that's what Saquon's done to people, He's left a bad feeling with people, wasting away first-round picks, and just because he's going a little bit later, that don't mean it's good enough. That just doesn't mean it's good enough. So some people won't pick him regardless, and I can't blame them. But yeah, they will ride Saquon strong, and he'd never get on my team, this and that. Surprised you didn't give him a red. He deserves a red. But like I said in the comments, I'm trying not to be as emotional as I was last year, because there's a couple players I missed on in the first round. And if I wouldn't have been emotional in the first round, I would have got them right. I'd have had the whole first round right. But it is what it is. And that was Mixon and Eckler. I had a position about them, and then both of them had great years. Okay, but I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to be a little bit more understanding. Okay? But that don't mean I won't put an X on them, motherfucker. So, all right. Oh, and also, yes, actually, and I remember in the last video I mentioned that I had my first draft coming up this Saturday at 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock p.m. And I mentioned that I was number 7. And I was probably going to be looking at Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, or Joe Mixon. If I didn't mention Najee Harris, that means Najee Harris as well. But I didn't mention Najee Harris because actually I got it confused. The first draft I have on Saturday, we don't have the draft order yet. The one I have, the one I have that's for early next month is when I'm the 7th pick. So the one I have for Saturday, I don't know the draft order yet. But again, I'm going to do my best to post that video and kind of chop it up so you can see my picks and stuff like that. But the reason, the one I have for them, the 7th pick, is the one for early part of next month. So, but yeah, the green people that I put first round last video is one of the running backs I will be picking in the first round come Saturday. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Y'all know I don't play no games. But let's get to it, man. Enough freaking talking. I've been talking for 3 minutes. Here we go. Half point PPR. We have Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Javonte Williams, James Conner, Ezekiel Elliott, Bryce Hall, Travis Etienne, Cameron Akers, and David Montgomery. Okay? So we're going to talk about it. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to get too crazy. Now listen. There's no secret that I am an A.J. Dillon truther. Everybody else is all freaking Aaron Jones nuts, thinking, oh, Aaron Jones is going to have 80, 90 catches. He better for their sake, but I doubt it because a lot of that's going to be going to Dillon, and we've seen the best of Aaron Jones. I'll give him a yellow, but I don't want y'all dudes drafting Aaron Jones. But he may be cool for a period of time, but I don't recommend him. So he's going to get a so-so. He's going to get a yellow from me. He's going to get a yellow. I'm going to give him a big old yellow because I made it too close to that side. But if I was aggressive, I'd give him a red because I'm such an A.J. Dillon truther. But he may be all right, but he ain't going to win you no week. He ain't going to get crazy like that. And guys, I want upside players. I don't want on your team. Okay? I don't want that for you guys. I want better. You should too. Now, Nick Chubb. I know it hurts. Deshaun Watson's not there. And he would have been a lot higher. But I'll be honest with you. He needs to stay on the field more his damn self. But I love Nick Chubb. He offers you weeks that you can win weeks. Now you'd say, okay, we haven't seen the best of Nick Chubb. See, that's the thing here. Remember, I always go back to my old adage, have we seen the best of him? I don't believe we have. You know, so he averages a good amount of points, a very satisfactory amount of points in the games he plays. He just got to keep it on the field. I believe they're going to rely a lot more on him, and their defense is better too, so he can have more opportunities to stay on the field, get touchdowns. He's a boom home run hitter, and not many people offer that. You know, like him, Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins when he was healthy. But not many people have that home run hitting power. With speed, with the power. I love Nick Chubb. Not scared of Kareem Hunt. He asking for a trade, so I don't think he's really going to be that big of a part of the system this year. Sure, he'll be in there. But you talking about you want to trade and stuff like that, that ain't help his situation. Not in my opinion. So Leonard Fournette's next. Let me tell you something, man. There's something funky going on over there in Tampa. Word just got out that supposedly, what's that MMA guy? Dana White or something? He ended up saying that, admitting or something, saying on video that Brady wanted to go to the Raiders and stuff, but somebody didn't allow it or something like that. The wide receivers are falling like flies. They say Leonard came in overweight, but he's good now. They got rid of that one scrub that was back there last year, sent him to the Chiefs. Everything should be on Fournette. He'll get a lot of passes out of the backfield. He'll be a great second-round addition. Okay, you know, I know I modified my draft in which I won't be drafting him in one of my leagues that I'm in. That's for next month that I have in the 7th. I decided I'm going to go a different route outside of the running back position. But if not, he'd be right there for the taking. Him or Chubb, for sure. But I love Leonard Fournette, especially with the PPR value, man. I give him a green. Now we're going to go with Javonte Williams. Man, look, Javonte Williams is a stud. But I know it hasn't been long yet, but he was always on the injury report last year. I heard he had some injury issues in college. He is the starter. Second year. And Melvin Gordon's still there. But Melvin Gordon did say in the mid of his own mouth that the coaching staff want Javonte to be the man. Of course they do, Melvin. You're a freaking legit, somewhat legit still. But you're over the hill. Long seeing the best of him. But Javonte is getting, middle second round price for a 60-40 split. You never know if Russ cooks or anything. I just wouldn't take the chance because it's too high of running back draft capital to draft him. I know everybody's high on him and tugging, doing a nice tuggable and tugging him nicely. I can see a world where it happens. But I also can see a world where he lays it down and it's all Melvin's. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. So a 60-40 split, hell, even a 65-35 split in that type of a system, Russ's first year, I'm not really sold on picking him there and expecting him to be an RB1, a top 12 running back. So he might finish up in this area, but that doesn't offer me much upside. I want you guys to have RB1s. All right? So, James Conner. I'm going to get James Conner a green. They brought over Darrell Williams from Kansas City. But word is that Darrell Williams is a trade/cut candidate because they're such in love with Ito Benjamin now. Same Ito Benjamin that was there last year. But he's running well. It almost kind of reminds me of Zach Moss in Buffalo, where, they was hated on last year, but somehow they're running well now and they're making a little noise. But James Conner should get all the work. A lot of it will work. I think they will spell him a little bit more, you know, be a little bit more role eccentric over there. But I think he'll be fine. He worries me, though, because he had that one big year. And I remember I had him on a team. Remember when Le'Veon Bell held out? And I was recommending people. I didn't have a fantasy channel at the time. But I had him on the team, and I think I drafted him probably like round 10 or something. And Le'Veon never came back, and he had that bomb, ridiculous year. And I was pushing people to get him and stuff, too. But the next year sucked, you know? So if you ask me, he got a little history of having a strong year and then not living up to it the next season. But I'm going to give him a green. He's in a good system. They got a real good defense. I like their defense anyway. I like the personnel on it. And sometimes they be taking the ball out of Kyler Murray's hand, and James Conner gets the green. Ezekiel Elliott. All right, let me pull it out. It's time, people. It's time. Ezekiel Elliott's going to get a red. Oh, my God, but he was the RB6 last year. I don't give a damn if he was the RB6 last year. This dude's yards per game has been going down the last 5 to 6 years. How many times do you gotta see it, people? If you're new and you're getting any substance out of this channel, press like and subscribe to the channel and jump in the comments and talk to me. But Ezekiel Elliott's time to get off that train. If he does well, it's just gonna be that modest, ho-hum crap. He ain't killing nobody. Again, I ain't never been like, especially in recent years, especially last year, like going against Zeke, man, shit. I never felt like, oh man, I hope Zeke don't tote on me today. I never said that, man. I don't care if he's going early, second, third round. There are better upside players to pick than Zeke Elliott. You're done, Zeke. Tony Pollard's there. He should be getting some work. He a little bit kind of glass, too. He always had foot issues, but it's time for the change of the guard with them. I believe this is Ezekiel. He getting paid a lot of money. That damn Jerry Jones paying him a lot of money. So Jerry Jones going to run him to the wheels fall off, but it's just not scary. They don't have any wide receiver weapons. That offense is going to be kind of methodical based on how it used to be. People still have that semblance of thinking that they're going to be that air assault, throwing, like it was that one year before his Dak got hurt like early in the season. I just don't see it. They ain't got the personnel for that. They may be glad they got that defense, though. Zeke getting a red, though. Screw Zeke. Let's go Breece Hall. Look, I like Breece Hall. I don't like the Jets. They're still seeing that the running back, what's the homeboy name? Michael Carter. Beat reporter. That's just a beat reporter. They're saying that Michael Carter is still the number one. But I do feel as if he's going to take over in time. Kind of like how Jonathan Taylor did year one. He wasn't playable until like week 9, basically. But when he was a horse. And I do see Michael Carter being that way. But you're going to have to wait because they're going to play some games with him at first. That's my take. But the price is high on him right now. Like, when I drafted Jonathan Taylor, I was able to get him at the 502. Yeah, you have a chance in hell, not unless you're something that Breece Hall's going to get him at 502, at least not where it come from people that are actually know what they're doing. But in some leagues, he might drop to that. But I've seen him go late 3rd, early 4th on average. And that's too rich for me. But if he gets it to the 5th, yeah, go ahead and pick him. If you don't have anything else that you value, because the upside is high on him, but you got to wait. I don't like waiting. Like, oh, I'm going to pick him because he suspended this game. Just stuff like that. I don't like waiting. But it's worth waiting. It's worth waiting if you truly believe and you're convicted in it. I believe it's going to happen at some point in time, but I don't know how long. Again, that's the Jets. Travis Etienne. All right. It's going to make a lot of these. They're going to make a lot of these PPR nuts mad as hell. But I'm going to tell you right now, I was always out on Travis Etienne. I'm actually out on damn near everything Jacksonville Jaguar related. I'm right down the road. I slide right up I-95 and go watch Jaguar games multiple times a year. Jokers ain't done that for me since Cecil Shorts. I just don't like Jacksonville, man. Not sold on the QB. Not sold on the offensive system. They ain't going to be winning no games, so he ain't going to be doing a lot of toting. And then, the running back's supposed to be coming back. James Robinson, they say he looking healthy, and they talking about him he getting his workload back. Man, screw Travis Etienne. Don't waste no fourth rounder on him. Pick somebody else. Red. All right, now we're going to get to Cameron Akers. Look, man, I think he's healthy. I just don't think he's going to have that rookie explosion that he had before. Him and what's the other guy? Daryl Henderson. Him and Daryl Henderson both have soft tissue injuries. I think that coach probably going to split the workload and try to keep both of them healthy because he don't want one to go down and then have to put all the workload on the other one. So that third round pick is just not good enough for me. He doesn't get my green endorsement, but he can do well enough to serve as somebody that's going robust RB, running back. Sure, if you into that, he ain't no green though. So that's how I'm going to feel about that. David Montgomery. Listen, I'm not concerned about Khalil Herbert. David Montgomery is a beast. I like David Montgomery. I can't give him a green though. One thing I can't give with him, the past 2 seasons, this dude has been a monster down the stretch. Last 5 or 6 games, he is the person that you want in your fantasy leagues towards the end. But hell, how the hell are you going to start this dude on a weekly basis? Chicago O-line sucks. The offense sucks. The quarterback is young. They like to run around so much, and I just don't see much upside. They're going to be losing a lot. I'm getting them a yellow. I'm sorry, David. You can have some stretches. But I'm concerned enough not to give you a green. There can be some upside had with these players, especially Breece Hall in particular. I gave you a yellow, Breece Hall, but I'm going to give you a star green right there. Because I know it's going to happen with you, but I just don't know if it's going to be sooner or later. Aaron Jones, yellow. Nick Chubb, green. Leonard Fournette, green. Javonte Williams, that sharing is too much for me to be happening in the second round, late second round. And I got to see it for a whole season to see what happens when you get the majority of the workload. James Conner, green. Ezekiel Elliott, red. Breece Hall, yellow. But it could easily be a green. Just got a green star, though. But I got to label him yellow. Travis Etienne, red. And Cam Akers and David Montgomery, a yellow. All right, guys. Those are my running backs 11 through 20. Not mine. Those are the consensus ADP based off Fantasy Pros half point PPR. I got running backs 21 through 30 coming up next. And after that, I'll talk about running backs after RB30 that I like / endorse in general. All right? Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Flawless Fantasy Football. It's time. You guys been ready. I've seen your mocks. You've seen my videos enough. You know who to pick and who not to, okay? So let's not play dumb. Let's pick upscale players and go get what we deserve this year. Flawless Fantasy Football. Like, comment, subscribe. 2.5 decades of fantasy football wisdom at your fingertips for the free ski. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. It resonates so well. Holla at your boy.